Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Lois Raymond and this is actually my very first live. I can't believe it. So today I just wanted to talk about just finding joy and purpose as a stay-at-home mom. I hope you guys can hear me, but yeah, just finding joy and purpose as a stay-at-home mom. And I'll tell you where this video was inspired from. It actually happened a couple moments ago where I was upstairs and I was playing with the kids. Aiden was in a basket, a pink basket, rolling around. My second born was about to put a stone in his mouth actually, and I was just there in the moment. And in that moment, I was like, what am I what is my purpose? Like I felt like in that moment, my soul, my spirit was so downcast. I was so sad. I was overwhelmed with so much sadness. And I started to feel like, Lois, like, what is your purpose? Is it just to just say about kids all day? You know, I felt like if I wasn't progressing, or even if I'm progressing, like it wasn't happening quickly as I would want it to happen. And I just felt so down in that moment. And within that moment, feeling all the rush of those emotions of just disappointment, sadness, what am I here to do? Is it just to see about these kids? And sometimes, you may feel that way too as well. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you had an education, you did your degree, you had a work, a great paying job, and because you had kids, you decided to come and leave all of that behind and now stay home with your kids, and you can feel like, oh my gosh, like, what is my purpose? What am I called here to do? And with me, especially with my firstborn, when I first had my firstborn, I would see my husband and he will be going after his dreams and he will be fulfilling things. And I was just there, just, with the kids. And in that moment, just a few moments ago, I was like, oh my gosh, like, Lois, I felt like if my life wasn't purposeful, and within that moment, it had to be the Holy Spirit, you guys. It had to be the Holy Spirit that just quickened me. He just quickened me. And the first thought that came to my mind was, Lois, what is your why? What is your why? And as a stay-at-home mom, or even a stay-at-home wife, you may not be working now for whatever reason. I had to ask myself that, like, Lois, what is your why? Your why is so important. Why are you doing this? Why are you not working, but you are home with your kids? And I started to have this conversation with the Holy Spirit, and this was like my conversation, you guys. I started to tell him, I was like, Lord, this was a choice that I made. Like, I made this choice to leave my job, because my job, I could have, with Aiden, I went to work with him, but now with COVID and everything like that, and having to homeschool Aiden, I was like, Lord, I made this choice to stay home and just be with my kids and to be fully involved in my kids' life. This was a choice that I made. Like, I love my kids, and my parents, my parents, they traveled a lot during my childhood, and I think because of that, like, I'm so mindful, even sometimes unconsciously, of just being present with my kids every moment, at least having one parent present with them. And I just had to, like, really think back on my why. And I think our why is so important as mommies, stay-at-home mommies, when you feel discouraged, when you feel as though you're not being purposeful and you're not living your dreams, or your dreams are not coming to fruition, and you're just here just seeing about kids. I think the first thing to do is to ask yourself why. Why? What is your why? And my why is because I love my kids and I want to be present in their lives. I mean, time flies by so quickly, and I learned this like a year, like the first year of Aiden's life, and even Malik is almost going to be a year, and it goes by so quickly. It's amazing how fast it goes, and I don't ever want to miss moments, like the important moments. Like these few years is very important, and it goes by so quickly. It goes by so quick that you would go back, you would look back, and you'd be like, oh my gosh, where did the time went, you know? So I think that's the first thing, and really finding joy and being purposeful is first as a mommy is really knowing your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you sacrificing whatever to really be with your kids? Let that why make you grounded. Let that why bring you to a place of peace in this moment. Another thing so it was like a whole conversation I was having with the Lord, you guys. And the second thing I started to think about is not only my why, but understanding the season that I'm in at this moment. And I said this in videos past about, you know, understanding the different seasons in your relationship, and even more so in your life. And I just had to be reminded of Lois. This is a season that you're in, and it may be long, it may be short, but it's not going to last forever. So guess what? Appreciate the season that you're in and really find joy in it. Like soak up every single moment of the season, because guess what? As I said before, time is going to fly so fast, and by the time you know it, you have a 15-year-old or an 18-year-old getting ready to leave the house to go to college, and you're not going to have them with you forever. And I think that's another thing to really think about, is knowing that the season that you're in, appreciating those seasons. You know, many times I talk to mommies that have like teenagers, and I always ask them like, what was the best season in your life as a mom? And they always go back to that child rearing season. You know, when your kids is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, those ages, they always go back to that season. And it's just us as mommies being appreciative of the season. I mean, as I said before, time is passing, and by the time you know it, you have adults on your hand getting ready to leave the house and getting married. So really just embracing this season of frustration, of tears, of joy, of just having your kids just making you wonder, like, what were you thinking when you did that? All of those, collecting all those memories and just being in the moment with these kids is so important. So appreciate the season that you're in. It's not going to last forever, which is a good and a bad thing. It's not going to last forever. So soak up every single moment of being a mommy, because sorry, my phone was ringing, because time flies so quickly. So you guys, yes, and my third point in finding joy and happiness as a stay-at-home mom is just to really do things that, he's calling back again, I'll call him back. So the third thing is to really find things that bring you joy. If it is, you know, being involved in a ministry, for me, that's why I started YouTube, just to do things that really made me feel purposeful, that I had to like be productive, and I had to set goals and just do things. So find things, going up, do a program, something, I don't know what it is, but to just make you feel more productive. And sometimes just going out with your kids and just doing things with them. Whether it is, you know, doing a sporting activity or going to the park. But sometimes I notice a lot of the times I feel like this when I'm home all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is this just what my life is about? Just staying home all day, just feel about kids. But sometimes you just have to do things to make you feel purposeful, to make you feel like if you are contributing to the world, to your future, to your vision, and to your goals. You guys, I hope you guys like the live. I want to start to come on here and do lives with you guys, and it's going to be just me in my raw state. If you guys notice, I have not put on any makeup at all. It's just me just coming, my unedited version, just coming and just talking with you guys. I really want to build a community where we can talk and we can relate and just, just talk about things that are relevant to my channel, talk about things on womanhood, on being a mom, being a wife, and just helping each other. I don't ever want you guys to think that, oh my gosh, Lois is perfect and she has everything put together. A lot of the content that I produce and that I post on this channel, it's either I've been through it, so I share my point of view on how to come out of it, or either it's things that I'm going through presently, that I'm dealing with problems, and just sharing with you guys how am I dealing with it. So I don't ever want you guys to think that, Lois is just have it all put together. No, we are navigating, we are learning together. So tell me, guys, if you guys like the live stream, if you want me to do more things. And I love the live because on the chat, you guys, it can be very interactive, and you guys can, if you have questions about anything, you can place your question in the chat and we can just have a conversation going. I just want to just touch you guys and reach you guys and just communicate and just talk to you guys. So that's my heart and that's my intent for this channel. Is not just to post content, but to really build a community of young women just helping each other and just talking with you and on a one-on-one basis. So my desire is to just post, if it is once every week, post a live, go live and do a live. Tell me how you guys feel about this. It's going to be just me, no makeup, nothing at all. So thank you guys for just tuning into my very first live. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.